Welcome to Hudson Valley Hops and Grains, owned and operated by Stuart Farr. Hops and small grains are grown organically with little outside help. Some value adding is also done, like dehulling and pressing oil from sunflower. Starting out, Stuart tried to work with the old barn, but found it was very inefficient and too costly to renovate. He will be taking it down and a new building will be constructed. Labor efficiency is very important for handling low-value crops like grain. The newer building at the end of the grain bins is where the grain cleaning and processing is done. Various types of storage are used for the grains. The hopper bottom bins are the primary structures for longer-term storage. Grain wagons and pallet bins are for temporary storage. One grain wagon has an aeration floor inside and is used for drying small lots of grain. Grain is mostly dried in the hopper bottom bins with air, and one bin has a grain guard rocket dryer. An electric heating element is installed in line with the centrifugal fan. This heat distributor is assembled inside the bin. The heated bin has a temperature sensor inside. You can see its cable coming down the ladder. The typical process for storing grain is to clean it before going into the bin. This improves aeration and prevents storage problems. This rotary screen is best suited for corn and soybeans. Consider that the range in seed size is greater in corn and soybeans than in small grain, so matching the proper screen size is easier with larger grains. We will see a video of it in a minute. The bins can discharge grain into a flexible auger or out of a secondary spout. Some of the augers have plastic flighting, which is less damaging to the grain. The flexible auger carries grain into the grain processing building and can discharge it into a clipper cleaner or into a bagger. The clipper has a variety of screen sizes to sift out large and small chaff. Screens shake, separating the chaff from the grain, and a fan blows chaff away as well. A gravity table is used when necessary. The gravity table separates different seeds from each other and from stones by their differences in density. Screw-in aerators are used for drying grain in wagons or pallet bins. These fans from automated farm systems have been very reliable. And rather than pay over $100 for the screw-in aeration tube, a length of PVC drainage pipe is used. A nylon stocking covers the ends and the holes. The tube is placed in the bin or wagon before it is filled with grain. This hopper on wheels helps make filling grain sacks efficient. Lots of planning makes this operation efficient for one person to run. The proper flow rate of the grain is needed for everything to work right. The first screen retains the large chaff and discharges it halfway down the barrel through two holes. The wheat falls through the large screen and is retained on the second, smaller screen, while the small chaff goes through the smaller screen onto the ground. The clean wheat comes out of the end and is transferred to the bin by another auger. However, some wheat is lost with the large chaff, and some seed heads are plugging the screen, and some are coming out with the clean wheat. Using a rotary screen for small grains is tricky.